Hi guys, it's Simon C. Welcome to this new AI radar. As you might have noticed in last radar, I started doing things a little differently. I talked about Gemini Pro and Microsoft V2 model. Today I'm gonna record a longer video with more AI news covered by a mix of slideshows and articles and videos, and just to see how things go. At the Microsoft Ignite event, Microsoft announced the upcoming preview of Model as a Service in Azure AI Studio, which Azure AI Studio is a preview itself. In Azure, you have been able to deploy models onto your own infrastructure for a long time. Simply go into the model catalog, say Microsoft, select the model to deploy, a virtual machine to deploy it on, and you're off the races. But not every customer wants to think about operating infrastructure, which is why at Ignite we introduced Models as a Service, which operates models as API endpoints that you simply call, much the way you might call the Azure OpenAI service. So basically, with Model as a Service, you can build generative artificial intelligence large language model application with LLM as tools like prompt flow and semantic kernel long chain with minimal setup, no managing of GPU infrastructure and hosting are required.
Azure AI catalog offers a diverse set of foundational models to build on top of, either through exclusive partnership or open source. Today, we're taking a major step in making some of those big models accessible to every organization. We're happy to announce Model as a Service, enabling the deployment of open source models that ready-to-use APIs with a pay-as-you-go billing. Integrated with the Azure Marketplace, organizations can subscribe to different plans offered depending on the capacity they are planning to consume. The new pay-as-you-go deployment doesn't require provisioning resources and is billed per token. Deployments can be easily accessed using the playground, where users can test the model capabilities and play with its parameters. However, we know developing an application on top of these models require more sophisticated tooling, which is why we integrated them with your favorite tools like ProFlow, Semantic Kernel, and LangChain.
Okay, that was a video about Model as a Service by Microsoft itself. So the catalog in Azure AI includes flavors of Meta's Llama 2 and text for text and chat completion. Meta's Llama 2 is cheaper than GPT4.5 and GPT4. The catalog also includes OpenAI GPT4 Turbo with Vision, and it will soon include Microsoft V2 2.7B model, which is a small language model for laptops and smartphones, and Orca 2 7 and 13 billion, also from Microsoft, which features strong reasoning abilities. So Microsoft decided to go nuclear. It partnered with Helios to create nuclear powered data centers for demanded generative AI workloads. Indeed, it all started from a job poster from Microsoft. We're looking for a principal program manager who will be responsible for maturing and implementing an energy strategy. And Microsoft has also partnered with the Terra Praxis to train large language models with nuclear documentations and regulation to speed up that nuclear process approval. So Intel has unveiled new AI chip to compete with NVIDIA and AMD. Intel's AI chips are for PC and data centers. For PCs, Intel has launched Intel Core Ultra processors, in which NPUs are powering an initial line of Dell, Microsoft, and Lenovo computers, which are already selling in the US only. For data centers, Intel launched its 5th generation Intel Xeon chip, which has NPUs and high artificial intelligence acceleration in each core. It is also demoed Gaudi 3 AI accelerator for generative AI, which is supposed to be a competitor to NVIDIA's H100. A neural processing unit. Intel claims its neural processing unit for laptops guarantees 2.5 better power efficiency than the previous generation. But it would be interesting to see how it fares against other XPUs. The 5th generation of its Xeon line, it has built-in acceleration and up to 42% higher inference performance and less than 100 millisecond latency on large language models with less than 20 billion parameters. Intel says that customers will employ a mix of AI solutions like Zoom did. Mistral LaPlatforme beta. Okay. So Mistral launched its new LaPlatforme to bring its strongest open generative models to developers, along with efficient ways to deploy and customize them for production. Mistral provides 3 endpoints, 3 text-to-text endpoints, Mistral Tiny, Small, and Medium, and one embedded endpoint, Mistral Embed. It also provides a Python or JavaScript client library for query over these endpoints. Here you can see the endpoints: Mistral Tiny, our most cost-effective endpoint; Mistral Small, which serves Mixtral 8x7B; and Mistral Medium, a prototype model. So Mistral Tiny serves Mistral 7B Instruct 0.2 model, text which works only in English. It is the cheapest model. It features it has Mistral Small, which serves Mistral's newest model, Mixtral 8x7B, about which I'm gonna talk about later. And Mistral Medium, the highest quality endpoint. It's a prototype. It masters English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, and code. Mistral Embed, on the other hand, provides a 1024 dimension embeddings, and it has strong retrieval. It has been designed with retrieval capabilities in mind. Then, and now I'm going to talk about Mixtral 8x7B. It is a sparse mixture or expert model with open weights. It was pre-trained on open web data. It is a decoder only model. It's fits 4 block picks from 8 distinct groups of parameters, and it allows it to increase the number of parameters while controlling cost and latency. It has a permissive license Apache 2.0, and you can access it by the endpoint Mistral Small in Mistral LaPlatforme, as we come to see. Mistral has the following capabilities. It gracefully handles a context of 30k tokens. It handles English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish. It shows strong performance in code generation. It can be fine-tuned in an instruction following model that achieves a score of 8.3 on the MT bench. So Mixtral 8x7B outperforms GPT 3.5 on most standard benchmarks, and even often outperforms Yamato 70B, and having a 6 times faster inference. The constant context language handling. Mixtral 8B is additionally less, but it's claimed to be less biased than Yamato on the BBQ benchmark. Mistral also serves Mixtral 8x7B instruct an optimization for careful instruction following by means of supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Direct optimization it's been discussed in a paper on archive.org. DPO, your language model, is secretly reward model. It is a new parameterization of the reward model and reinforcement learning by human feedback that enables extraction of the corresponding optimal policy in closed form to solve the standard RLHF problem with only a sample classification loss. Here you are Mixtral 8x7B variants. It's uncensored variants, Dolphin 2.7, 2.6, Mistral 8x7B. It is fine-tuned 16k context. It is great for coding. Here they are. Model sponsored by AI. Really good at coding, trained with a lot of coding data, very obedient, but it is not DPO tuned as Mistral 8x7B, so you still might need to correct it in the system prompt, as the author shows in the example. And then you have a 4-bit implementation, Mixtral 8x7B 0.1 GPTQ by Hugging Face uses the block. Here 4-bit with order, no group size to lower virtual RAM requirements. And then you have a variant with a mix of German data augmentation plus translated data. Sauerkraut language model Mixtral 8x7B instruct, which handles English, German, French, Italian and Spanish. Notux. Then you have Notux 8x7B version 1. Fine-tune high quality chat data and using direct preference optimization. It's a fine-tune or Mixtral instruct. It outperforms other mixture of expert based models in the Hugging Face hub. This is part of the Notus family of models and experiments, where the Argila team, so it has been created by the some Argila team, where the Argila team investigates data first and preference tuning methods like DPO. This still DPO. This model is the result of our first experiment, tuning a Mistral expert model that has already been fine-tuned with DPO. Cool. Then you have this Dolphin 2.6 V2, also sponsored by ComAI, based on Microsoft V2 model with no commercial use. It provides no commercial use license. It is uncensored, so you have to implement the alignment layer by yourself before exposing the model as a service. Then you have V2 Coder fine-tune, which has been fine-tuned to code Alpaca 20K, an instruction following dataset used to fine-tune the code Alpaca model. It was fine-tuned using QLoRa with the PEFT library. It is good for code generation. And here you are DC language model 7B. It is a decoder only protein auto regression text generation language model of approximately 7 billion parameters. DAISY claims that it is not only the most accurate 7 billion base model, it also outpaces all models in its class with a throughput that is up to 4.4 times that of Mistral 7Bs. This highly efficiently model uses variable group query attention to achieve a superior balance between accuracy and computational efficiency, and the model's architecture was generated using DAISY's proprietary neural architecture search technology, AutoNAC. It supports an 8,000 token sequence length. It has been released under the Apache 2.0 license, and that's it. Now let's switch to computer vision with Edge SAM, an accelerated segment anything model. It is up to 40 times faster. It has the same encoder-decoder architectures as SAM. It has been optimized for edge devices, and and it can be 14 times faster than mobile SAM or edge devices. Let's check a demo. Okay, so edge SAM, through a single tapping, edge SAM can segment out the object for you. You can hold and drag the object to copy it to the other apps such as Notes. It's been run on an iPhone 13. Okay. So Edge SAM runs smoothly on smartphone at more than 30 fps on iPhone 14. So if your smartphone has no GPU, you have no problem in running it. Checkpoints are available for download at Hacking Face Space. The approach, it follows the approach in creating Edge SAM is it's a distilled vision transformer based SAM image encoder into purely CNN based architecture. You can export it to Apple Core machine learning model or on NNX models. On X, user Daniel Nguyen linked to a Reddit thread on price of input and output tokens or some leaked GPT4.5 rumors rumors spread about GPT4.5 having multi-modal capabilities across vision, video, audio, language, and 3D. Let's check. BG app provide a complete breakdown of the pricing shared in the draft, and somehow denied the rumors on X by simply posting nah. Here I am back from Merenda, and I'm talking about Layout GPT for compositional visual planning and generation with large language models, for image layout generation based on text inputs specifically. The paper has been featured at NeurIPS 2023, which this year was basically a hiring frenzy because people with the rhythm and machine learning is developing this year. People were recruiters and engineers and are not waiting for NeurIPS to know the latest developments about machine learning. Okay, back to the point. Layout GPT guarantees a high degree of user controllability by using large language models as visual planners to output plausible layouts in multiple domains, from 2-dimensional images to 3-dimensional indoor scenes. Let's see if I can find the paper. Attaining a high degree of user controllability in visual generation often requires intricate, fine-grained inputs like layouts, However, such inputs impose a substantial burden on users when compared to the simple text inputs. To address the issue, we study how large language models can serve as visual planners by generating layouts from text condition and thus collaborate with generative models. Researchers claim that combined with a downstream image generation model, layout GPT outperforms text-to-image models system by 20–40% and achieves comparable performance as human users in designing visual layouts for numerical and spatial correctness. Let's check the project site. So here you can see a group of 3. Okay, you can see the visualization, bidimensional visualization, bidimensional visual generation, and here they three-dimensional indoor scene synthesis using layout GPT. As for 2D bidimensional image layout, layout GPT can apply the numerical reasoning skills of large language models into layout generation, learn spatial concepts through in-context demonstration. It provides application scenarios. 2 natural advantages of using large language model for image layout generation: attribute binding, assign correct attributes to the bounding boxes; text-based in painting, imagine, and expand the under-specified description of certain objects. As for three-dimensional scene synthesis, layout GPT shows comparable performance. Supervised methods in indoor scene generation conditioned on room type and floor plan size. It also provides scene completion. Its autoregressive manner enables complete a partial scene. Okay, Alibaba released a paper about release StemGen, a music generation model that listens to musical context and responds appropriately. You can even have the paper posted to archive.org. And to end generation music or audio using deep learning techniques has seen an explosion of activity recently, but most models concentrate on generating fully mixed music in response to abstract condition information. We present an alternative paradigm for producing music generation models that can listen respond to musical context. So its architecture, StemGen's architecture, is similar to Soundstorm VampNet in that it is a non-autoregressive transformer language model which is being trained with open source and proprietary data. It was thoroughly evaluated with these metrics: Frechet, audio distance and music information retrieval, descriptor distance. Okay. That guarantee competitive audio quality, strong musical alignment with musical context, and it would be great beneficial to indie game developers. You can listen to examples on Julian Parker website, which I suppose is some engineer working at Alibaba. So you provide starting points and stem generates music, and then I find out about LLM 360 AI, which introduced a framework for open source large language model, fully transparent open source large language model, to foster transparency, trust, collaborative research. Okay. LLM 360 provides like other releases, model weights and evaluation results, but additional information is often needed to genuinely understand the model's behavior, and this information is not typically available to most researchers. So the organization committed to release all the intermediate checkpoints up to 360 collected during training, all of the training data needed mapping to checkpoints, all collected metrics like loss, gradient norm evaluation results, and all source code for preprocessing data and model training. As well as logs and metrics. All the training logs, evaluation and analysis results collected during training are publicly disclosed, also in correspondence to the training steps and sequence. So the basis of LLM 360 is to create a framework that encourages openness of research, collaboration for large language models. Okay. The first two models to be released on the LLM 360 are Amber and Crystal Code. To be released under the Apache 2.0 license. Amber is a 7 billion parameter English model trained on 1.2 trillion tokens with 360 checkpoints, and Crystal Code a 7 billion parameter code models trained upon 1.4 trillion tokens, which is strong code and text generation. LLM 360 helps researchers, practitioners deeper to get a deeper look into large language models construction process and to conduct research for analyzing model dynamics. So DeepMind released Fun Search. The Fun Search model, making new discoveries in mathematical sciences using large language models. It made the first discoveries in open problems in mathematics using large language models by searching for function written in computer code. Fun Search discovered new solution for the CAPSET problem and more effective algorithms for the bin packaging problem in improving data center efficiency. So the Fun Search process is the following. The large language model is shown a selection of the best programs it has generated so far, and it is asked to generate an even better one, and the program proposed by the large language model are automatically executed and evaluated. The best programs are added to the database for selection in subsequent cycles. The user can at any point retrieve the highest scoring programs discovered so far. So, and now this one. The Karlsruhe Institute of Technology developed Spade Gun and released its related study on health and space science. Spade Gun, spatial temporal downscaling of rainfall fields using a conditional gun approach. So this Spade Gun neural network guarantees higher resolution for more precise regional climate models. The goal is to prepare for disasters at an early stage. A strong precipitation can cause floodings and landslides, but global climate models for forecasting are based on low resolution grids. Since precipitations are highly variable in space and time, the solution they rely to is downscaling. So generative AI model the kit generative AI model increases resolution from spatial terms from 32 kilometers to 2 kilometers, and in the temporal domain from 1 hour to 10 minutes. So what is the approach followed to build the Spade Gun? Spade Gun basically is a three-dimensional convolutional conditional generative adversarial network in which a generative both the generator and discriminator are convolutional neural networks. The Spade Gun relies to video super resolution, and it's been trained on 10 years of radar observation for Germany. Compared to other models, Spade Gun has it's been trained using an evolving, no predefined expert metrics, and it generates an ensemble of high resolution solutions. Guaranteeing low computational effort compared to dynamically downscaling approaches. The result is temporal consistent high resolution rainfall field. You can see the low resolution grid and this is the spade gun reconstruction with higher resolution. Let's talk about an LF AI project. The RWKV language model, which is a recurrent neural network feature in its related study. RWKV reinventing recurrent neural networks for the transformer era. You can see its study on archive.org, where R is the receptance vector, which acts as the receiver of past information. W, the weight, signifies the positional weight decay vector, a trainable parameter within the model. K is the key vector, performing a role analogous to K in traditional attention mechanism. And V, the value vector, functions similarly to V in conventional attention processes. Here you can see the study. So the problem with transformers is that they suffer from memory computational complexity that scales quadratically with sequence length. In contrast, recurrent neural networks exhibit linear scaling in memory and computational requirements, but struggle to match the same performance as transformers due to limitation in parallelization and scalability. So researchers proposed a novel model architecture, receptance weighted key value, that combines the efficient parallelizable training of transformer with efficient inference of recurrent neural networks. So their approach leverages a linear attention mechanism and allowing to formulate the model as either a transformer or under recurrent neural networks, thus parallelizing computation during training and maintaining constant computational and memory complexity during inference. It is 100% attention free and a model with GPT level large language model performance, and it can be trained like a parallelizable GPT transformer. It's been scaled from 169 million to up to 14 billion parameters. They even on their website they provide to links to demos, 1.5 billion parameters and 3 billion parameters to Hugging Face. You have you have Graudio demo, so you can tweak parameters to get different outputs. Okay. It offers great performance, fast inference, fast training, saves virtual RAM, it guarantees infinite context length and free text embedding. So on the wiki page there is they provide a comparison against existing transformer models. You can see here 10 times to 100 times lower compute requirements, scales to any context length linearly. That's why they say they can provide infinite context length. context length, perform just as well in terms of answer quality capability. Generally better training in other languages. The cons are it is sensitive to proper formatting, and it's weaker at tasks that require look back. So you have to reorder your prompt accordingly. Here you have the archive paper. They on their repo, GitHub repo, so they provide the language model itself, to test it and to fine-tune it, and even chat WK view, which is like ChatGPT but powered by that WK model, language model, blah 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 blah. Oh, this is hard. And then you have this paper, A Mathematical Perspective of Transformer, in which transformer can be interpreted like a non-linear mean field interacting particle systems, in which clusters emerge in long time. The paper provides a simplified modeling with self-adaptation mechanism, layer normalization, through a continuity equation. Transformer turns to a flow map from initial to terminal distros of particles. The proof of appearance of clusters is guaranteed by numerical experiments with pre-trained models. And then you have code visualization in GitHub, in the GitHub repo. Here you can see the particle clustering to 3 points and even to a single point. Under the natural language process interpretation, particle can be tokens. It corroborates the word in attention mechanism, the inter-token attraction. The inner product between tokens is a measure of their semantic similarity. Putin confronts his AI double. Reuters says that there is some recurrent speculation by Western media stating that Putin has one or more body doubles due to alleged health problems. Okay, Reuters and even the BBC are saying that. So a student Russian President Vladimir Putin appeared briefly lost words on Thursday December 14 when confronted with an AI-generated version of itself. Say Reuters, the double took the opportunity to put a question to Putin about artificial intelligence during an annual news conference where dozens of callers from around the country were hooked up to the president by video link. Vladimir Vladimirovich, hello, I'm a student at St. Petersburg State University. I want to ask, is it true you have a lot of doubles? The double asked, prompting laughter among the audience in the hall with Putin in Moscow.
В Санкт-Петербургском государственном университете. Хочу спросить, правда ли, что у вас много двойников? И еще, как Как вы относитесь к тем опасностям, которые несет в нашу жизнь искусственный интеллект и нейросети? Спасибо. Вот я смотрю, вы можете быть на меня похожи и говорите моим голосом. Но я подумал и решил, что похожим на себя говорить моим голосом должен только один человек. И этим человеком буду я. Вот так один из наших деятелей шутил как-то. Вот. Но что касается искусственного интеллекта, да, это мой первый двойник, кстати сказать.
So Vladimir Vladimirovich answered that only one person must be like me and speak with my voice, and that will be me, and Russia should become a world leader in AI. BBC reported. Oh, that was hard. Okay guys, it's all for today. I don't know if you're gonna like this video. If you're gonna like it, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. It's all for today. See you next time. Bye.